Yeah, morning everybody. Welcome. I almost said welcome back. So from Monday. But you're welcome to today's Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Today's Thursday. Right. I had said we are going to, continue our gist about the social media and so on and so forth. We will, but I need to pay tribute to somebody I've known virtually all my life, and who was a very very big Egbon and encouraging Egbon in the neighborhood, Mr. Sumi Smart Cole. I'm sure all of you know about Mr. Sumi Smart Cole. You probably think that when you think of Sumi Smart Cole, you think that he's just a photographer. No, he played drums. I remember seeing him play drums with my great Egbon, Shegun Bokno. He was part of the assembly. It was called, I think, the Soul Assembly way back then. He played drums. He played. He was a barber. Was the best barber in town in his own time. And the last I heard of him, I think he said his Babs is on here. But he had a shop in Yaba very close to us, next door to Ben Bruce's father's shop then. What is now Domino used to be called Yaba Store. And Uncle Sumi's place was there, and we played a few tricks on him. I hope he's not listening. We played a few tricks on him and a few pranks way back then. Very versatile man. He was a draftsman at some point. And but his greatest passion, and what a coincidence, just this morning we were talking about Yaba. His greatest passion has been Yaba. And maybe the first question I'll ask him when he comes online is if he's ever lived in any other place but Yaba. So we fondly call him Papa Yaba behind his back. Whether he likes that appellation, Papa, I'm not too sure. But Uncle Sumi just turned 80, so we'll be paying tribute to him. Also, we'll be talking to a life coach later. We'll be talking to a life coach. And we will start, because this discussion on the social media is not just going to end at one time. Then we will start, educating ourselves on. I was just telling Sheriff this morning that I don't get enough sleep, and that the culprit is the phone. I've been advised not to, once you go to bed, put your phone aside. It's so difficult. Once you go up to take a leak, then, there's a tendency. That's an addiction. If you don't know that what it is, that's what it is. A lot of us suffer this. A lot of us can't sit down and just not look at our phones or look at our laptops or whatever. These things, they do quite a lot of damage ultimately. So we start the process about educating ourselves. And even the content. What are the things that when you pick up that phone after, like somebody said, Facebooking and Instagramming, what are the other things that are you a porn addict, for example? You started as a joke, and before you knew it, you can't do but go to the porn sites. Things like that. We'll start the process. It will be ongoing, like some of the things that we do. Okay, so that's the package that we'll have for today. I don't know if Mr. Cole is on the line.
Not yet.
Not yet. Go on, let me check. So yes, we'll get to. He's here,
but not ready yet. But he's here.
What do you mean? Is he changing? Is he on watch on it? Where is he? He's not ready.
He's almost here.
Uncle Sumi, he's a very meticulous person. No?
Yeah.
Wow. Uncle Sumi is a very, very meticulous person. If you go to his house,
Yeah.
if you go to his house, very, very, very meticulous. Always neat and proper. Is he ready now?
Yes, he is.
Uncle Sumi, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
When Sheriff told me that you were on the line, but that you were preparing, I said, were you going to wear some kind of suit or whatever? Okay, Uncle Sumi, good morning. How are you? Happy birthday, Uncle Sumi.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Yes, first question that I've always wanted to ask you is, have you ever lived anywhere apart from Yaba?
Have I anywhere else?
Yes, apart from Yaba. In your adulthood?
Yes, in Surulere.
Ah, okay.
But it was just for a short while.
Yeah, because, you have this deep passion for Yaba, and I've known you in Yaba all my own life.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I said because you seem to exhibit this very, very deep passion for Yaba. and I've always known you to have been in Yaba all my life. But it's nice to
Yeah,
know that
well, Yaba is well designed.
yeah,
Before Surulere was built and all, from Lagos Island, a lot of young people who moved out, just like people who are moving to Lekki at one time. A lot of people who had made it or had good jobs moved to Yaba.
yeah. But I wonder what you think of the current state of Yaba now. I find it completely depressing. Uncle Sumi, let me quickly take you on a journey down Olonode Street to Simpson.
Yes.
You turn, come back through what used to be Petty Street, which is now Borno Way, all the way down to Wakeman, which is now part of Borno Way, all the way to Adams. When you see these places, what occurs to you? I know you lived on Borno Way itself not too long ago. When you see the kind of rot that is going on there, what occurs to you?
Yeah, we fought against the changing of, first of all, changing of names of streets.
Yes.
By the council. There was a time one man called Larry Day was the chairman of the council. Immediately he was elected. He used to live at Mushi. He moved to Yaba to establish residence with a friend for 2 weeks so he could run for office. He ran and won. So he set up a company that was manned by a friend of his around Sabo. They were charging people for the street. If you wanted a major street, 50,000 naira.
Well, no, that's I'd rather not talk about that because
anyway,
at the very least, I want to avoid any confrontation.
I formed a society.
Yes.
To stop them, and we stopped them.
Okay.
Even the first governor, Moboledi Johnson, signed my petition.
Yes.
Thomas Benson signed the petition. So we were telling them, see, this place has the reason why the man who designed Yaba, Mr. Nelson Colcrick,
yes,
did not change any names. They were just, they just named the place according to history.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you do have some colonial names there. Montgomery, which people call Montgomery. May Street, which people call Maye. You do have Queens.
Maye is named after a Dr. May.
Yes. You have Queen Street. You have all these English name streets. In fact, Haba Macaulay used to be King George V.
Yes.
You didn't think that there was a need for us to change those particular. Queen Street is still there and it's still called Queen Street. Hughes Avenue is still used.
But
yes.
That Larry Day group, they named it Madame Tinubu Street.
Wow.
People fought against it and they changed it back.
Wow.
Even this street, the Cemetery Street.
Yes.
They were named after Larry Day himself. So we went. I used my own money to buy a full page in the Guardian, calling on Yaba residents, indigenous, former residents to come to our aid.
Yes.
When I thought we needed military help, I called on Ike Wachuku,
yes.
People who were born in Yaba, Ike Wachuku Johnson, then Williams, he's dead now. Then judicial help. I called on people like Justice Lubusu. So we fought them and they stopped.
So a lot of those names are still there. You still have Queen Street. You still have May Street, which is we still have Montgomery, which again people call Montgomery. We still have Adams, though. Thankful. Who was Wakeman?
Pardon? Who was Adams?
No, who was Wakeman?
Oh, Wakeman was a British bookshop manager for CMS Bookshop.
I see.
They were giving that shit because he was so good with reconciling, getting young people to get married.
Ah.
He was like what do you call it? Not peacemaker, matchmaker.
Are you going to do anything to document the history of Yaba? One gentleman has done something. Are you going to do anything documenting the history of Yaba? I think you should.
Well, I have to. I have to. Somebody has to do something.
Yes.
But they're still changing. Recently, they changed. What do you call it? No. This street where you have the governor hospital.
Which one now? Commercial Avenue.
No. It goes across Commercial Avenue.
Anyway,
they changed it after that troublesome politician, Opodoku or something like that.
Okpadoku.
Yes.
Okay.
He has never lived in Yaba, done nothing. They collect money, even at the council now. They collect money and name a street after somebody.
We can't ascertain that, Uncle Sumi. You know, you are an editor. You know the way these things go.
No, this one went public. We took them to the governor. Ambode handed over the thing to PAMSEC, who found out that the street I live on is called Conal.
Yes.
The man built a house on Conal for the first time, and he doesn't live on this street. It's just a business place. He named it after himself.
Yeah, I mean, but even at state government level, most of us were not happy. Because the UPN had this pact with Borno State way back then, and then named the whole of Wakeman and Petty all the way to Igbo, named it Borno Way, you know.
Yes.
But the pity of it all, Uncle Sumi, is that you find yourself living in an environment where we have no regard for history. And that, I think, is one of the reasons why you have a lot of youth getting deviant. You know, there's no history for them to fall back on. But anyway, let me ask you, now that you are 80, what do you think? How do you look at life at 80?
I feel very unhappy about Lagos.
Yeah, most of us.
This is not the Lagos we knew.
Yeah.
So,
what makes you unhappy the most? The environment, the traffic.
The environment, especially the environment.
Mm.
When Lagos was smaller in the old days, you remember how clean people were.
Oh, very clean. I remember. I used to put paper boats in our house at Wakeman and follow it all the way to Yengota and follow it all the way to Petty.
Yes.
You know, it's an eyesore. But what worries me most, and I spoke about it this morning, and I'm sorry to upset you at a time like this, is the kind of buildings that are going up in Olonode to Wakeman. It's a disaster.
It's some mini Manhattan.
This is not even
6 stories. 6 stories.
6 stories. If it were just well built 6 stories, fine. But most of them, there are these developer flats. They have about 4, 6, 7 flats on one floor, and the house itself is on a plot of land, and rooms and tenement, everything just bundled together. Anyway, I wish you a happy birthday. What message would you have for our people? You're not going yet to, hey, you're going to be like 90, 100. You still have about 20 more years to go. But what?
Okay, I did, yeah.
You're not going to go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. But what message do you have for Nigerians? I mean, what at 80? What can we begin to tap?
Live and let live. Live and let live. You don't have to Nigeria has been like this. People have been asking for states or whatever. The politicians, especially, they talk and talk and talk. People now start killing themselves. Well, I don't know.
I'm sure you have nostalgic feelings about the Yaba that I grew up in. Much younger than you are, but we all grew up in, where the Yorubas and the Igbos moved freely. In fact, I think the Igbo man won an election once in Yaba.
Yes.
Yes. And one of these days, when I have the time, I'm going to ask you about the nightlife of those days. When I remember you also
Yaba was the center of
was the center, yes. If you take from Afro Spot to all the way to Gondola, Central Hotel, Ambassador Hotel that got burnt.
Ambassador, yes. Central,
Kakadu, yes. Apart from playing in the Soul Assembly, did you play in any other band fully?
I used to sit in with Fela.
But that was at Jazz 38.
No.
Oh, really? You played with the Africa 70?
No. Fela Razamkuli and the
Kula Lobitos. Really?
Kakadu. He wrote a song I used to sing. A song in honor of Muhammad Ali, something he called "I'm the Greatest."
Can you take one or two lines of it?
I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest. Oh yeah. I'm the greatest.
Good.
You know how Muhammad Ali used to.
Yes.
So anyway,
okay.
Fela wrote a song. That was when people used to say Fela couldn't play
the sax.
No. He couldn't play. They said that he couldn't play the string.
Uncle Sumi, do you remember Sidona?
Yes,
the neighborhood DJ.
That used to rent speakers.
Yes.
Yes.
You remember him. Okay, Uncle Sumi, for me, you're also the greatest. Every time I get to talk to you, my mind goes back to my childhood. And I remember the Ogunderos. I remember the Ben Bruces. I remember the Ladners, Nigel Ladner.
Of course.
Yes. And I remember the Shio days.
Yes,
a whole lot of that. I don't think I want to live in Yaba again, though, because it's not a place that I recognize anymore.
Where I live now,
Yes.
I thank God I was able to buy the place. When people came on my birthday, they were just people who remembered. They were calling me. By that time, friends have started bringing food.
Okay, Uncle Sumi, I got to go. I'm getting a signal from my producer. Happy birthday, Uncle Sumi, and I wish you all the best. Bye. We are going to take a short break. Okay, when we come back, I'll take a few calls to pay tribute to him. Then we'll be talking to the life coach, so don't go away.
With Carla, we talk physical and spiritual health and so much more.
Generally on social media, people only share the best things that happen to them. People who follow start to feel unhappy with their own lives as they are constantly and sometimes unconsciously comparing their lives to that person who might have been actually even faking whatever it is they're posting.
Hi, this is Carla. Join me every Thursday at 2:30 p.m.
Tune in every Thursday, 2:30 to 3 p.m. for a common sense approach to healthy living.
Cut down on the social media and news consumption and see what happens to you, and ask yourself, what will you do with your 2 extra hours a day?
Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
it possible for someone to dash you a tier rubber SUV with free petrol for 1 year? Or for your boss to pay your salary 4 months in advance? Or for your landlord to give you 70% discount on your next rent? Is it even possible for a bus conductor to allow passengers enter without paying? Some things may be impossible, but on QuickTeller, everything is possible, like shopping from over 100 international stores on QuickTeller Global Mall, paying your estate levy, toll gate fees, buying event tickets, funding your betting wallets, sending money, paying electricity bills, school fees, buying airtime, everything. Download the QuickTeller app or visit quickteller.com to make that payment now. QuickTeller. Everyday payments made easy.
99.3 Nigeria Info presents the GX Conference 2021.
Happening Saturday, October 16th at 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island.
Let's talk self-development, strategic career development plans, entrepreneurship, employability, and love in a fun and relaxed atmosphere.
Come interact with young people that have made Nigeria work for them.
Speakers include Dr. Wiba Boa, the Chief Executive Officer, All On Investment Company, DO to the TUN, radio presenter with Cool FM Lagos, celebrity hype man and multiple brand ambassador, Olumide Kayode Omoshebi, the founder, Gnosis Help Initiative, Daniel Emma, Danny Main, designer and iOS developer,
Precious Chukunda, technology and digital solutions expert, founder of Unicorn.ng, Abiodun Aremu, software engineer, founder, Milliscript IT Enterprises Nigeria, Isaac Odugbeson, digital IT solutions expert, founder and digital marketer.
Music by Johnny Drill. The GX Conference, Love and Career. Saturday, October 16th, 2021. Venue, Jupiter Hall, 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Time, 5 p.m. prompt. This event is strictly by pre-registration. Register online at nigeriainfo.fm. Limited seats available. The GX Conference, Love and Career.
They say that I'm a fool. Well, that's fine, 'cause I'm a fool for you.
Lagos, Nigeria's economic capital, Africa's 7th largest economy, over 10 million youth population, the land of opportunities. But how can you see and tap into the opportunities that abound in Lagos? Nigeria Info, in collaboration with the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, LSETF, presents The Portal. Join us on The Portal, 11 a.m. every Saturday, as we discuss employability, easy access to funding for small businesses, business management, and many more. You will learn from business experts, captains of industry, and young entrepreneurs. The Portal, every Saturday at 11 a.m. Brought to you by 99.3 Nigeria Info and the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
Hello, Mom. Come join the Molfix Happiness Movement. Get 2 free diapers in every twin pack and 4 free diapers in every jumbo pack of Molfix Air Dry Baby Diapers. Try Molfix Baby Diapers today and experience the dryness all mothers dream of. Do not be left out. Grab your share of happiness. Join the Happiness Movement. Molfix, growing up happily.
There is increased agitation for the participation of women in politics and leadership, especially in parliament. Several countries worldwide have successfully adopted legal measures to increase the number of women in their various assemblies. Unfortunately, Nigeria has the worst record for the number of women in parliament in West Africa, with only a total of 21 women out of 469 legislators in the National Assembly, while some states do not even have a single woman in their assembly. The good news is there is a proposed constitutional amendment to increase the numbers of women in the national and state houses of assembly. The contributions of women are crucial to making policies that can improve the lives of Nigerians. Therefore, we encourage you to support legal and constitutional efforts to increase the number of women in our assemblies. The time to accelerate women's representation in government is now. This message is brought to you by Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAN.
As a partner who shares your ambition, we understand what it takes to break barriers and expand your business. That's why we're excited to introduce the Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank.
With the SC Smart Business Loan, you can get up to 20 million naira to expand your business. This is available to schools, manufacturers, retail and wholesale traders with no collateral needed. Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank is easily accessible. Simply contact your relationship manager or send an email to nigeriabb.products@sc.com or call 234-123-68475, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. workdays. To get started, visit www.sc.com/ng for more details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
Sunshine makes the day better, meal times better, weekends better, chill times better, dates better, barbecues, beach parties, and even one bears better. Sunshine makes every bit better.
Lipton iced tea, made from fresh tea leaves, soaked in hours of sunshine, and together with juicy fruit flavors, give you that deliciously refreshing taste. Top better life with sunshine in a bottle. Available in peach and lemon flavors. Lipton iced tea, deliciously refreshing.
Would you like to win some money? Of course you do. Who doesn't like a win? Well, guess what? Your number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info, will be giving out 100,000 naira daily for the next 30 days. What do you have to do to win? Well, I guess you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. Every day for the next couple of days, 100,000 naira will be giving out on the station. Stay tuned to find out how to win. 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And my next guest, Valerie Nwoji, is somebody I just met yesterday. When I say met, I haven't even seen her. I don't know what she looks like. But I have this habit of going through profiles of people who send me messages. Let me tell you how I get to do this program, so that people have a clear understanding. I'm not inclined to want to bring somebody to the studio who has approached me to say that, oh, I'd like to come. I mean, just this morning, some guy walked up to me whilst I was having my lemon tea, nice lemon tea with honey. But I'm sipping, enjoying myself. A young man walks up to me, I'm on the phone, and he stands there, and then I say, what can I do for you? He says, oh, I'm turning 40. I'd like to come on your program. I'd like to know how much it costs. These days, I ordinarily, if it was some years back, I'd have felt insulted and infuriated, but I just told him I don't do such things. And he tried to be persistent. Of course, I showed him where to go. So yesterday, I was fiddling around, and I saw Valerie, and saw that she's a life coach. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
That's my nickname for you. Your name, of course, your name is Valerie Amaka Nwoji, and you're a life coach. Let me announce to them that as a life coach, you're also coming to Diabumi next week, Wednesday. So we'll be looking forward to some professional advice from you. But before I go on, I'd like to say happy birthday one more time to Funsho Eno, who I think turns 51 today. Well, that's the age that he puts down. No, I don't know. These days people have they have different ages. But I think in his own time he has a birth certificate. So Funsho, he'll be laughing where he is. He's on vacation. Funsho is part of the PR team in MTN. So we get to interact regularly. And this time last year we were celebrating his 50th. Happy birthday, Funsho. So Valerie, we were talking about. I told you that we'd be talking about the social media.
This call is now being recorded.
What is being recorded?
Call recording has now ended.
Oh my God, we've been infiltrated. Hello?
I'm here, sir.
You didn't hear what I heard just now?
It's my phone. Oh, sorry.
It's
Maybe
your
I put my
phone.
headphone.
It's your earphone. Don't tell us the name of the phone. Maybe at Christmas. Maybe at Christmas we'll all contribute to buy you a better. Anyway, I'm just joking. Yes, Valerie, we're going to talk about the social media. And what spurred this, where it all started from, of course, was what happened about 2 days ago when WhatsApp and Instagram went off the air and Facebook. And I felt this sudden loss as if I'd lost somebody, I felt alone. You're laughing. I really did feel bad because initially, excuse me, I didn't even know what it was all about. I watch a lot of all these cyber whatever movies. So I said to myself, are we under some kind of cyber attack? And I kept thinking of the little change that I have in the bank that, hey, along by me. Okay, until now turned out that. But then it occurred to me that I'm one of those who have been affected by the social media. Are you affected in such manner, by the way?
Yeah, so.
But you're a life coach. You're supposed to coach yourself. Teach yourself.
Sometimes it's inevitable.
Okay, so what does as a life coach, what would be your advice to people really on how to handle the phones, the social media, and so on and so forth?
Well, on how to handle social media addiction, I believe 2 things are involved. You need to be determined first.
Yes.
Because determination will help you actually stop certain things that you desire to stop or you are willing to stop. And 2, intentionality.
Yes.
If you're not intentional, you will not stop it. I remember coming back one time and I was having serious headache. And I was still on this, my phone. And I was want to go and sleep, but it's a lie. But eventually, intentionality helped me. I have to be intentional. Like, at a particular time, I would not touch my phone. I have to put off all of my notifications so that I don't hear any notification pop up on my phone. I don't be tempted to pick it up and all.
If you don't put some control on the use of these devices and social media, where might such a person end up?
Huh?
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said if you don't apply this discipline we are talking about, where would such a person end up? I mean, would you end up in an asylum or you'd go crazy?
Exactly, because it's a mental disorder. Eventually, you end up in an hospital, sincerely.
Well, that is why you could end up in a hospital, or they could take you for deliverance in your church, or they could take you to, the local way of handling mental issues is very unique. One knocking in they will cane you. They will flog. No, they won't cane you. They will flog you. Have you seen them, Sheriff?
No, I have not.
These people have mental disabilities.
No,
they line them up, tie them up with a chain. They go in one straight line, and they flog them one another.
For deliverance.
I have not. I don't think I want to.
Oh, you didn't know it?
No.
Yeah. Does age matter? Does it affect older people more or younger people more? What do you think?
It affects younger people more, not older people.
No, what I said, does it have a larger effect on older people than on younger people?
It has a larger effect on older people more because there are certain times you need to rest.
Yes.
And you're not resting that your brain and you're disturbing it the most. So it has more effect on older people.
I tell you my own experience though. I like to tell people my experience. So when we're saying these things, you understand where we're coming from. I got to a point where I was palpitating, right? So I went to see the doctor. Then this Yugoslav doctor just asked me, he said, what do you do for a living? He examined me and so on and so forth. Then he said, look, my friend, from the little tests I've carried out, I get a feeling that even when you're sleeping, your brain is working. So you need to be disciplined. Switch off your phone at 10. I lie, I can't switch off my phone at 10.
Exactly.
And so how, if you then lack that discipline, what do you do next? I'm making a plea now. I'm not not just for information, but to find out how best can I switch off at 10 or 9, as the case may be.
Well, if you lack discipline, you can actually tell people around you to assist you.
I don't like the way you put it now. It's too harsh.
You said that if you lack discipline.
No, it's too harsh. Can't you put it in a more gentle? Say if you're having difficulties, you say if you lack.
Sometimes people need to hear the truth.
Yes. And people around you, of course, that would mean your spouse. And that might be the first fight you'll have of the day, when your spouse says, because your spouse, in any case, once she sees you fiddling with your phone, she has a feeling that you're probably she has a feeling that you're probably talking to another babe or something, or talking to another man or whatever. It's caused a lot of disorder in houses. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yes.
Whilst we're at it, let me just ask this. It's a bit funny, but it's also important.
Okay.
Is it right for you to, under temptation, to look at your spouse's phone or your children's phones or whatever? How right is that? How does it help a relationship?
For your spouse phone, I don't think you have the right to always look at their phone.
Yes, you don't have the right, but you have the temptation.
That is having insecurity issues.
Oh, that's where you.
That's how I see it.
You see it.
Except they have given you reasons to actually feel tempted to touch it.
Well, I'm a what you don't know won't hurt you person. Why would I want to? So if you don't know, so what do you do? Okay, so a man has been talking to your wife, and so what do you do next? You want to go and bash his head in? So it's better. Denial sometimes can make you a much more healthier man. But what also surprises me is the rate at which kids now handle these phones. I mean, kids of 2, 3, they know how to go to YouTube. You give them the device. They know how to go to YouTube, press the right button. They know how to get their Tom and Jerry and stuff like that. Is that a healthy development?
It depends. Because the kids of nowadays, they use their system and their phones for assignments and for both. I need parents to always look out for them while doing all of these things. Always check their phones and all, so that they will know where and what they are doing. You don't attack children directly. I was surprised when my 2-year-old daughter was downloaded something from my phone, Coco Melon. This is their kids video. And I was like, how did she do it? How managed?
Oh, she downloaded it?
She downloaded it. And I was like...
Did she? Are you sure she hasn't gone to some of the other sites that we cannot mention on air that you could have gone to?
No, she has not. That is why there's parental guidance for different
you put those ones under parental guidance?
Yes, so sometimes I used to block off something, and sometimes I delete most of my social media apps so that she doesn't just press unnecessarily.
I'd like to know what you have stored in those places. Any hints for us about what it might be?
Oh, no.
Okay, I want to. Let me open. We need to open up our lines 0700 993 993 and the female line is 465-7190. Don't go anywhere because we'll need you to react to some of the issues that might be raised by our callers.
All right.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Pastor Ladipo.
Pastor, we know you. That's why I said morning, sir. I mean, we know you.
You see, this issue of social media, like one of the things I do personally, once the day break, after I finish everything, I just check what I want to check and put it off till later in the night. But I want to ask that your guest now. What about if someone is doing business on social media? That is, your business depends on social media. So how can you now overcome? Me, I've said the way I be managing it. That is why the thing doesn't bother me. So, but on those who are running business with social media, how will they manage it? Thank you, sir.
What, you want to answer that, madam? Hello?
Hello, I'm here.
You heard what he said, didn't you?
Yes, I heard what you said. For that, I also run my business on social media. What I do is, at a particular time, I'm online. Then I give myself break. I go offline, put my phone and my laptop at a particular place where I cannot reach it. Then I tell them, so time I am not always reachable at night, so that I don't get tempted to answer customers or to speak to a client or do anything at a particular time.
Yes.
So that's what I do, discipline.
Yes, I mean, maybe you just like run it during office hours. And so what about the journalist like me who believes, I tell you this, I didn't want to confess this when I might as well. Sometimes I'm up till 1, then I sleep a bit, wake up at 3. And then the worst part of it all is I finish at 10 o'clock and go sit in front of a laptop, sometimes till 7, 8. What should I do? You tell me now, what should I do? Should I buy a Bible or a Quran and spend time, or should I be reading novels or what? Tell me what to do. Don't be shy now, go on.
I didn't get that.
How would you have got all that already that I spoke?
I'm sorry.
Where is your mind? Who is distracting you?
Nobody.
No, I said that, okay, I mean, some of us, it's so, because of the nature of my job,
Yeah.
you always want to know what's going on. Don't forget that watching TV is also part of this enterprise we're talking about.
Definitely.
You find that some women, as early as 6 o'clock, they wake up in the morning and watch Korean movies 24/7. All these Korean and Indian movies. Well, I don't want to mention them, but that too is an addiction, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I mean, we had a game that went on for 3 months, and some people hardly slept.
Yeah.
You sit up and keep awake while some people are making money, sleeping and enjoying themselves, and you know. Okay, fine. So what other advice do you have?
Well, they need to learn intentionality and also have people around them that can put them in check.
Okay, let's pick another call. Okay, our lines we have so many callers calling in. Hello, good morning. We lost that one.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello, morning. Don't we have anyone from the female line? Hello, good morning. I should ask you. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Who's calling?
Hello.
Hello, yes, please go on, sir.
All right. We're still talking about the social media issue, right?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
All right, great. So I also have this problem. I used to have this problem of being addicted to my phone 24/7. And I couldn't sleep more than maybe 4 hours. I'm waking up, I'm reaching up to my phone or my laptop or everything. Almost like every other addiction, it has to be like a personal choice for you to say, I can't do this again, or I don't want to do this again because it's starting to hurt me. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. That's what I'm quiet.
Yeah. So, in the end, there's a lot of pressure on this generation today because everything we do is on social media. And like you said, 2 days ago, it felt like as if the world for some people was about to end.
It wasn't funny. I can laugh about it now.
Oh,
but I almost wanted to instead of panic.
At a point, I sat down with my friends. I was like, that they have blood social media. What is exactly happening? Or don't they want us to panic?
I was watching, ironically, I was watching some science fiction thing. So I thought that, maybe there's been a cyber attack. I didn't even think of cool. How could you have done
it wasn't funny, but it still stems to the fact that we've gotten too used to so many things and we've forgotten the simple things of reaching out and just talking to your friend in person. Everything now is social media. Everything now, you're going to WhatsApp, you're going to Instagram, you're going to, it's ridiculous. And it's getting out of hand. And
I can tell you for free that every 10 minutes, I'm looking at my phone. The maximum gap is everything. And in any case, the phone keeps ringing. I mean, so...
God help us.
God help us. Thank you very much. Okay, Vicky, I got to let you go now. We're going to have you back again on Wednesday.
Good morning.
Hello. Is that a caller?
Good morning.
Hello. Yes, madam. Go on.
Yeah, this is Joy from Ikeja.
Yes.
I want to contribute to...
Please go on. Please go on.
Yeah. So, somebody called in yesterday, one of Joyce's show, and I was surprised at how she was able to go back to Stone Age, because she said that she turned off all the social media handles she has, her Facebook, whatever, that she is not actually on those handles anymore. And this has actually helped her. And that what she does is her WhatsApp is only those that she actually has in her contact. If somebody randomly chats her up, she blocks up the person. And she said with this has actually helped her. If you don't have anything, any business, like you don't have a business or shop on the social media, I don't think you have any business to always go in there, because we just need to be intentional. People are becoming so addicted to it.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, cut off again. All right. I'm sorry about that, madam. That's from the network. But in any case, we have to go. Thank you very much, Vicky. We'll see you next Wednesday, okay? Oh, she's gone too. Okay, just as well. The Techers will be here any minute from now. We'll be back again tomorrow. What we planned for the discourse on Saturday, we've now, for strategic reasons and for other reasons, not anything that you think of, just official reasons, we moved it to Tuesday. Okay, Angela Jetumobi, is back. She'll be here rather on Tuesday rather than on Saturday. To put it bluntly, we need to do some rehabilitation here, and so the place might not be available for live whatever at that particular time. So that's why we're playing safe and moved it to Tuesday. It's been nice talking to you. It's been nice having this program. The Techers, I think Techer 1 is here. Usually they don't come in. I don't know why. Husband and wife, they never come. I expect to see them coming in together, holding hands and whatever. But by the way, why do you find when you see husband and wife going in Nigeria, you find sometimes the wife is in front, the man is at the back, or usually the man is rushing off in front and the wife is trying to catch up with him. I wonder why that happened. Gentlemen, I'm going to tell Techer, next time I see them, I want to see their two heads. We have a glass, whatever here, where people's heads can pop up and you can see who is coming into the studio. I'd like to thank you all. We'll be back here again, like I said, tomorrow, 9 o'clock. So don't go away. See you tomorrow. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.